Right now at 6, City Council deciding the fate of French Island. We are on it live from City Hall.
And a local bar's liquor license is on the line after allegations of underage drinking.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. La Crosse City Council is in a crucial meeting.
It's over the fight to keep Campbell part of La Crosse. News 8 Now's Grace Monk joins us with the latest. Grace.
Ken and Emily, the Common Council is voting on two resolutions tonight, one to fight the petition and another to fund it. The first resolution will give city attorneys and staff permission to fight the motion. The other will allow the city to put $45,000 towards legal expenses. If Campbell incorporates, the city will lose its ability to annex land on French Island. This will exclude the airport. The resolution states that it will also create duplications of facilities and services. Right now, the Common Council is still in closed session discussing the matter. We'll have an update for you at 10 on their decision and some reaction from Campbell officials. Ken and Emily.
All right, Grace, thank you. Common Council will also be addressing a ban on balloon releases. Mayor Mitch Reynolds backs it. He ties the releases to extra litter. The J&A committee has already backed the ban.
A downtown bar's liquor license is in jeopardy over allegations of underage drinking. The city is looking to pull Latino Bar and Grill's license. A special council meeting on it happens next Thursday. In a letter to the city, Police Lieutenant John Wenger says the owners and staff failed to stop underage drinking, and officers were called to the bar over 120 times since it opened in 2022.
The city's mayoral primary is next Tuesday. Today, we wrapped up our conversations with the candidates. Ellie McClune weighing in on a hot political topic, immigration and enforcement.
The Supremacy Clause in the Constitution states that federal law trumps state and local law. So if the Immigration Department asks for assistance, we would offer to help them. As far as, you know, the staff being low, that's a concern, and I'm sure that they have people that they would bring in as well, but we would have to definitely follow the federal law, and we don't want to run into a situation where we're running into losing our federal funding. I mean, we've seen that as states, or cities and states throughout the country so far, that they are losing their federal funding for not following what the federal law states. So I feel comfortable that, you know, we'd be able to work together with them and, you know, assist them if needed.
You can catch all of our candidate interviews at news8000.com.
Yeah, we got alert day conditions once again because we have a long duration kind of a snow and wind event coming through the area basically tomorrow afternoon through about Saturday night, even into Sunday too. So rounds of snow, especially for tomorrow afternoon and evening, is probably where a lot of the accumulation is going to be occurring. So overall, if you look at snow amounts right now, this is for the entire period. We're looking at mainly up to 6 to 8 inches potentially from an area just south of Cross stretching northeast. Now this is for the entire period, not just any single period, but overall everyone's going to get something out of this as we go throughout the event. But for this evening, we're not expecting any of that. It's still kind of chilly out there or cold out there with the wind chill still around 8 to 12 below with that light wind out there. Temperatures will continue to fall back to 0 by 10 p.m. for La Crosse. A little bit colder for Eau Claire. They'll get below 0 here later on. Getting maybe a wind chill now to 10 to 13 below at that point. Now temperatures will start rising actually after midnight a little bit. So these lows really are just near midnight or afterwards. I think a lot of areas further south La Crosse will be above 0 as we wake up tomorrow. And look at these temperatures tomorrow, actually pretty nice, pretty typical, almost mid-20s, but that's going to come with the snow that's going on. All the activity is further well to the west, but it will be coming. So later on, we'll break down the timing of all the snow that goes on for tomorrow, Saturday, even Sunday, the wind, and then the cold that follows. So typical February weather we got.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, a new twist in the search for 16-year-old Sophia Franklin. An Amber Alert for her was extended into Missouri. State Highway Patrol think Franklin and her alleged abductor, 40-year-old Gary Day, may be traveling through the state en route to Arkansas, where Day is from. The Beaver Dam teen was last seen February 2nd. She's believed to be 3 months pregnant with Day's child.
Police are investigating a bomb threat at Greenwood Elementary School. According to Clark County Sheriff's Office, a child at Greenwood indicated he had a bomb at the school. Officials locked down the school and made arrangements for the children to get home. The scene is still under investigation. For more information, it'll More information will be released when it becomes available.
They are raising the canes in La Crosse. Construction has begun on the popular fast food chain's new location at the former Macy's property at Valley View Mall. Raising Cane's plans to open in May of this year. The chicken finger chain is also opening a location in Eau Claire this year.
We have a programming note for those of you who watch us on YouTube TV. Your access to WKBT TV could be interrupted starting tonight at 10 p.m. YouTube TV and CBS's parent company, Paramount, are negotiating a new agreement.
Now, if negotiations don't succeed, our station won't be in the channel lineup past 10 o'clock local time. You should know WKBT is cut out of these negotiations. This dispute is between YouTube TV and Paramount. So here are your best options for CBS programming, important local news, and vital local weather information.
You can subscribe to DirecTV Stream, sign up with your local cable and satellite provider, or you can always watch us for free with an antenna. We'll provide updates on this on our website, news8000.com.
A child care industry loophole in state law has parents demanding answers.
Our News 8 Now investigation right after this.
Increase your home's energy efficiency and enjoy year-round comfort with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Take advantage of our biggest savings ever and receive up to 25% off your entire project. Connect with our team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled, plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
President's Day is a time to honor all presidents, past and present. And at King Furniture, we're giving you the opportunity to save some presidents with huge discounts throughout the entire store, up to 60% off.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
And right now, you can get 0% financing.
So save some presidents at King.
For the record, Franklin was not a president, but you can save him too. It's the President's Day sale going on right now at King Furniture.
Nice people.
Nice furniture.
Nice style.
Increase your home's energy efficiency and enjoy year-round comfort with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Take advantage of our biggest savings ever and receive up to 25% off your entire project. Connect with our team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
Deciding on a child care provider is one of the most important choices parents will make. State laws tell licensed providers pretty much exactly how to go about their job, but we have uncovered a loophole in state law that parents say allows a local business to needlessly put kids at risk. Wisconsin child care providers fall into 2 licensed groups. If you've got 4 to 8 kids under age 7, it's family child care. 9 or more kids, group child care centers. The Department of Children and Families regulates providers under both. Everything from feeding guidelines, attendance, reporting injuries, and staff qualifications. DCF also conducts unannounced inspections.
You could get another write-up, you could get fined. If the violation is serious enough, you could be closed down.
The rules are different for private schools. State law says a private school just needs an educational purpose, a curriculum covering some core subjects, and a minimum number of teaching hours. Sarah Sherrod is a 20-year educator who knows the rules for both types of facilities. She once ran her own licensed daycare. In the fall, she took a director job at Three Rivers Day School in Onalaska. On day 1, she says she knew something was wrong.
Teachers didn't have a plan for their day. It sort of was the children did their thing and the teachers sort of stood off to the side. The other staff also said that they had not received or filled out background check forms. I mean, that's very concerning.
She asked owner Amy Witt what rules are guiding the business.
Ultimately, the answer was We don't have any rules.
Online, the company describes itself as a play school. It doesn't use the words daycare or childcare. It doesn't show up on any DCF childcare registry. But it is registered as a private school with the Department of Public Instruction, though Shared says she didn't see much schooling while she was there.
The ultimate goal was that she had children up to older elementary, like 5th grade. But besides her children, I think the oldest child was 5.
So if little schooling is being done and most of the students are infants and toddlers, why is it registered as a school and not a daycare? A look in the past could help. We discovered WIT ran a licensed in-home daycare before opening Three Rivers. DCF records show a handful of minor paperwork-related violations, but another incident took the cake.
She had told me that the high chair that my infant was in had fallen over, but that my baby didn't hit her head and wasn't hurt.
This parent asked to remain anonymous for fear of retaliation. She says 4 days after WIT said her daughter didn't hit her head, a bump appeared.
We took her to urgent care where they did a brain CT scan, which showed that she had a skull fracture. I asked Amy for more details surrounding the fall, which she blamed another child at the daycare for pulling the chair over when Amy had been putting away books.
WIT closed her in-home daycare and a year later opened Three Rivers Day School.
It was very clear that her motive was to use the loophole.
A completely legal loophole. DCF told us private schools don't have to follow any childcare regulations, and they can't investigate any complaints against one.
Very alarming for staff and for children. Because there is nobody overseeing.
We lost count of the number of former employees and parents who reached out to us anonymously with similar concerns.
This is a completely unregulated operation.
All while employee paychecks came from unconventional sources like Venmo or personal checks that often wouldn't cash for days.
That next paycheck really made the staff say that enough is enough. They also have families.
Another anonymous former employee tells us the entire staff walked out after New Year's, but business hours have not changed.
Messages incoming from parents that have concern about who their child is being dropped off with.
I think she was hoping to open up a school that could care for 80 children, bringing in a significant income increase without needing to follow the rules and regulations and paperwork of Department of Children and Families.
We reached out to state lawmakers about the loophole, but haven't heard back on any potential changes. In the meantime, parents say families need to understand just what they're getting into when they choose a provider.
Not only do your research, but step into the day-to-day function of things and observe. I think if you have like a feeling in your stomach, like don't dismiss that.
We spoke with owner Amy Witt about the concerns. She declined an interview and only spoke off the record. We placed additional calls since then to the business, but the voicemail box is full. Again, it's important to note here, nothing the facility is accused of is illegal. We asked The Parenting Place, our local child care resource network, what parents should look out for when researching providers. They say to ask about staff education and training, daily schedules, whether there is a parent handbook outlining procedures, and to stay engaged with the provider on a regular basis. We'll have more news ahead, but first.
Common theme this week, we got more snow even throughout the weekend, but after the snow and the wind ends, next week we're dealing with cold, potentially even record cold temperatures once again. We'll break down when to expect the snow, how much, and how cold those temperatures will be. All coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Around here, neighbors come together to make each other better. We're taking the same approach with healthcare. Gunderson Health System and Bellin Health have come together to form Amplify Health, giving you more of what's important in healthcare. More caring, more listening, more to feel good about on your way to feeling better. Overall, just a little more heart. Amplify Health by Gunderson. A little empathy changes everything.
No cash, no problem. Head to Wesco on Sparta and get up to 48 months to pay interest-free on all the hot new furniture you want. Looking to level up your space? We've got you covered with recliners, sofas, bedroom sets, and dining furniture. All available with zero interest for up to 48 months. Don't wait. Upgrade your home today and swing by Wesco in Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
T-Mobile is very reliable.
It's always nice to know that T-Mobile has us covered.
I love the fact that my family and I, we can stay connected just about anywhere we want to go.
My network is my lifeline.
T-Mobile keeps you connected on America's largest and fastest 5G network. And right now, get 4 free smartphones and 4 lines for $25 per line when you switch.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made a most noble sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat or power again. 833-WIS-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
We've had several rounds of snow. Some areas have received more than others, and we have another opportunity here, actually a couple of opportunities coming through Friday and the weekend to pick up more snow. We're also going to see more wind, and then the cold temperatures are going to follow too. So overall, we have the alert day, and really it's for periods of snow and blowing and drifting. The whole entire period won't see snowfall. There will be breaks of that, but generally we're going to see hazardous conditions too. Travel could be impacted just by blowing and drifting in certain areas as that continues to create snow-covered patches or roads. Overall, here's the amounts that we're expecting through the entire period, not just tomorrow, Saturday, but all the way through early Sunday. There's going to be an area somewhere further south of I-90 that's going to get 6 to 8. How far that stretches up, a little bit in question, but everyone's going to see some snow out of this, especially as we go tomorrow afternoon and evening. So that's really the big key is tomorrow, and I think that's the portion where we could see the heaviest of snow. But it's going to be dry through about noon, maybe 1 to 2 in the afternoon. Then we'll start picking up the snow in the afternoon hour. It'll go through Friday night. There will be a break at some areas Friday night into Saturday morning. The heaviest, at least we could get maybe an inch an hour rate going on, is probably about 6 to about 9 p.m. I think right now. That's where a lot of accumulation will probably occur for most of the area. Now Saturday and Sunday, it's not as much snow, and it depends on where you're at, but still there'll be another opportunity, a band coming along south of I-90 probably in the morning hours to about noon. A little bit of question how far north that gets. Then we'll have another opportunity for snow come Saturday night and early Sunday. That's more like a 3 to 4 hour period coming through. That's going to be accompanied with a lot of wind with it too, so blowing and drifting may not be much of a factor some parts of Saturday, but coming in Saturday night into Sunday, even throughout when the snow ends on Sunday, I think blowing and drifting will continue too. So overall, that's kind of the breakdown, but we kind of track it out. We're not seeing much of anything going on until we get to about really 1 or 2, and then west of the river, I think you'll start seeing some of that activity approach the area. Maybe a clear by 3, La Crosse around 3, 2, we'll start seeing this expand. And then by the time we get to about 5 or 6, that's when the whole area starts really picking up this light to moderate, and then there will be some pockets coming through here that could be heavy snowfall at times, and that'll continue all the way through about 8 or 9. Then it begins to break up a little bit, and I think it'll be more light to maybe moderate snow after about 8. Even some areas may see a break a little bit in that. After 10, then it gets a little bit more scattered and more band-like. So overall for snow amounts through about 5, not a lot at this point. We're only looking at pretty much maybe 1 to 2 up towards maybe just west of Eau Claire. Other areas will just start seeing the snow maybe by 5 further east you go. After 5 p.m., 5 to 10, that's when I think we pick up a lot more accumulation. There's a potential to see 2 to 4, could be even some pockets of higher than that too, depending on how things play out, especially further north and east to go, 4 to 6 inches. This is probably the biggest accumulation period we'll see is between 5 to 10 p.m. for most areas. After that, this band kind of kicks through here. We'll see probably a dry period going on, and here's that next area approaching for south of I-90 going into Saturday morning. That'll continue snow all the way through potentially noon or even 1 to 2. That'll produce another accumulation potential there too. Then we have another one going into Sunday, and then following that, it's just cold. That's really for next week. Doesn't look to be too many opportunities for any snow next week, but the temperatures will be cold, especially some mornings where many areas will be in the teens to 20 belows. That doesn't factor some wind chill that could be even pushing it to 30 below or more. So More to come on that, but we will see quite a bit of snow through the next several periods, and we will see a lot more blowing and drifting too, I think, than we've seen in the past.
All right. Thanks for the latest, Greg. Coming up next in sports, parting ways. The Jets deciding to move on from their future Hall of Fame quarterback. Plus, the All-Star break coming at a good time as the Bucs look to get healthy. We'll hear from Doc and Jacob next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus on us and stay a step ahead with Galaxy AI.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers?
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with Galaxy AI on us. US Cellular, built for us.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
Get $3,000 total cash allowance on this 2025 Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $5,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
You know what's on my mind? It's butt cold out here and I don't have any heat at home.
Well, gotta have heat, Einstein.
Up yours, smarty. I just don't know who to call.
Jacob said Chuck used the local company. The Primary Colors, the good one?
What?
What?
Huh?
Well, there's your sign.
Jeez Louise.
Moron.
Hey, putz.
Call GNC.
For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
This street's like any other in Wisconsin, but the new neighbor is a pedophile who repeatedly raped a little girl, released after just 2 years in prison. Thanks to Judge Susan Crawford's sweetheart sentence, a fraction of the 60 years he faced. Now, the pedophile lives blocks from a school. And with Susan Crawford on the bench, your street could be next.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, it appears as though the MVC boys basketball standings are a two-horse race, but with a win tonight, Central could get right back in the mix. The Riverhawks and Vikings of Holmen will tip off in about an hour. Entering the contest, Holmen and Aquinas sit tied atop the standings at 7-2, but Central right there at 6-3. In the first meeting between the Vikings and Riverhawks, the boys from the south side won 66-50 behind 17 from Frankie Wilk. I'll have highlights for you from this one later at 10. The Bucs are headed into the All-Star break on a high note after a 2-point win over the Timberwolves last night, 103-101. Milwaukee got it done with no Damian Lillard and no Giannis Antetokounmpo. The victory improves the Bucs' record to 29-24 as they enter the brief pause at 5th place in the Eastern Conference. Despite Milwaukee limping into All-Star weekend with injuries and the team just 4-6 in their last 10 games, Doc Rivers is still excited for what's to come in the second half and thinks this team could be special.
As I said the other day, I really like this team. You know, I just do. We started out, 2-8. We're 29-24. And we would love to be better. We dropped some games this year that we clearly could have won, but those are all behind us. Hopefully we have great health second half of the year, and I love where we're at.
And it's thought that Giannis will be good to go after the break. It's a strained calf that's kept him out lately, and Dame will still take part in the three-point contest and All-Star game this weekend. And some news out of the East Coast today. The New York Jets announcing that they will be parting ways with Aaron Rodgers. Last week, the two sides met discussing the future, and reports were that the franchise would be moving on from the 41-year-old Rodgers, and today those reports were confirmed. He threw for 3,897 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions a season ago for the Jets. New York will face $49 million in dead money when they eventually release him. It's unknown if Rodgers is interested in playing next year, guys. Some of those teams that he could play for, Steelers, Raiders, Vikings.
Maybe.
We'll see. So what do we think?
Well, he's already gone along the Brett Favre route, so Vikings make sense at this point.
I think Vikings, right?
Purple, foreshadowing?
Yeah.
And it's a good team to play for. Like, pieces are in place where he could plug in and lead him to a double-digit win season like Sam Darnold did.
Exactly. We were talking, too, in the back, Ken. He could just be ready and waiting to see if someone goes down with injury and then slide into a playoff contender.
Sure,
so,
like a Joe Flacco kind of deal from a couple years ago.
We'll see what happens.
He'll have options.
He is on the market right now.
All right, thanks, Jacob.
Okay, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Earn now, spend later during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Blaine's Bucks event. Now through February 26th, rewards members earn $10 in Blaine's Bucks for every $100 spent in store. Redeemable just like cash, March 6th through the 19th. Start earning on long-lasting tires. Buy 3, get 1 free. Save up to $100 in consumer rebates. Plus, if you find tires we carry somewhere else for less, we'll match the price and give you an extra $5 instant savings per tire. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
It's amazing all the work that goes into growing this little guy. The research you've done over the past decades is critical to grow a good quality crop.
The UW-Madison has developed lightcasts to help farmers manage leaf blight before it takes root in potato fields.
I can't really overstate how important that is.
What's at stake isn't just the crop in the ground, it's the sustainability of your family farm.
This partnership really makes me proud to be a Wisconsin farmer.
One Wisconsin, on Wisconsin.
Brad Schimmel's ad, it's a lie. So here's the truth. Schimmel wants to bring back the 1849 law that bans all abortions, with no exceptions for rape or incest. Schimmel gave plea deals to child molesters, let domestic abusers walk with no jail time. And he's the one who let 6,000 rape kits sit untested for 2 years, while survivors waited for justice. That's Brad Schimmel. Too extreme for the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
All right, for tomorrow, it looks like the morning and noon will be dry, expecting snow probably after 2 or 3. The evening commute could be definitely snow covered, heavy snow rates at that possibility. And don't forget the blowing and drifting, that wind will be out there more. More snow Saturday, potential Sunday, and then it's just cold or frigid, whatever you want to describe it next week, where teens and even 20 belows are possible. So definitely be prepared for next week, and especially be prepared for all the travel conditions here this weekend, too.
Yeah, making things look tenuous for a Friday night frenzy tomorrow. We'll see how it unfolds.
Thank you for joining us at 6.
We'll see you at 10.